Today, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's the NFC Wild Card Round on EA Sports. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Chicago Bears.
Playoff football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we are at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great NFC matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First try on offense for the Bucs and their veteran quarterback, Tom Brady.
And there's a sight that we expected to see all season long. Tom Brady leading a team onto the field for a playoff game. And yes, it is in a Tampa Bay Buccaneers uniform. We've had all year to get ready for this, to get used to the idea that Tom Brady is no longer a New England Patriot. This should solidify it. Remember, Tom Brady has played in 42 playoff games, the most in NFL history, just ahead of his former teammate kicker Adam Vinatieri. Now, he gets a chance to have his first one in a Tampa Bay uniform, and the Buccaneers are hoping that Brady magic carries them to a Super Bowl.
28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Shotgun now for Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bears take over. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Ball carrier.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
on second down now. It's Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was. And now it's third down.
Back to throw here. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's got the first down here inside the... And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet there to make the grab. And the Bears have taken the early lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. I guess you could say they're kind of fortunate to be in the position that they're in, able to host as a division champ, because it's really one of the weakest divisions in the NFL.
And there's often the discussion every time, right, that fourth seed, should they actually be hosting? Because sometimes it turns out that division winner has a lesser record than wild card teams that get in, and some people think that'd be a more fair way of doing things. But I gotta tell you, I personally like it. The winning a division title, I don't care what the division, how it's ranked, it still means something to me, and I like the fact that they get to host.
I think that that's the reason you have the divisions. If you didn't just stack them all up and take the best 6 records, but there's a division for a reason. The champion hosts the first round.
And the first rule of thumb in building a team, build a team to win your division. Beat those teams first, then you go from there.
First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. From the gun, it's Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
At the 42-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working from the gun, it's Brady, and that is incomplete. A A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. From the gun, Brady. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll run it with Jones. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On the counter, here's Jones. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Now he'll throw with Brady. A quick pass here to Godwin. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Operating from the gun, Brady. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Short of the goal line.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it's Ronald Jones that polishes it off with a touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses them about 4 yards.
At their own 21.
And here now the offense heading back out there. They bring the 5 seed into the playoffs. Of course, they're one of the wild card teams. And when you're a wild card team, it makes it a little bit tougher. You have to win the extra game. But there's been a precedent set of teams doing that successfully in the past.
And it's usually teams that have aspects that really jump out at you.
Accelerating, and off he goes. 30, 10.
That's what it is, baby.
Chicago. David Montgomery, 79 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Now the point after try for Santos. And he he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Akeem Hicks. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. A dump underneath to Jones. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And the Chicago Bears are in the end zone.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Santos now to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Bucks take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
It's 2nd and inches at the 33-yard line.
From the gun, Brady. Big loss here as he's taken down. Mario Edwards flies in to blow that play up.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's such an impressive first half to get that lead. So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack. Operating from the gun, Brady. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here. In the second quarter,
the Bears ball carrier. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Chicago.
On 1st down, he'll drop the throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 32-yard line.
Gain of 17 yards.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And this is caught inside the 5. That one goes for 30 yards.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Buccaneers have it.
The pass. A fumble on the play. Recovered by...
But give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down.
From the gun, Brady. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Now Brady again. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 36. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's the first of 2 games here on this wildcard Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's NFC wildcard game. But first, let's take a look back at action from earlier. Meanwhile, in our game, it took a little while to get settled in, but we were in for a battle royale in this second half. And to call the action, let's go back to the guys who've been there all year, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we can put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Buccaneers' 41-yard line.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs' 33. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He'll buy some time right. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Flush to his right. That's complete right around the 8. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. A gain of 6 there on first.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And a short return to the 6-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 29-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Brady. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
And 9 yards.
The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Daniel McCullers with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
The Chicago offense set to get started.
And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in
a big seam, and he might go all the way.
Touchdown,
Chicago. David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Bears push further out in front.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There's a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's the Tampa Bay offense and Ronald Jones leading him out.
He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Taken down at the 41.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Brady's throw there complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. On play action, it's Brady. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
26-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Brady gives this one off to Jones. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
The ball carrier.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Shotgun now for Brady. Open man has got one. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That third down conversion good for 23.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Caught on the right side by Jones. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Brady.
That's complete to his running back, Evans.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Operating from the gun, Brady. And he's caught. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They'll go with Jones, and he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he takes it all the way up to the 45-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 44 yards.
No let-up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold-up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And this one is incomplete.
Darnell Mooney, the target there.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Montgomery on the counter. And this will be a Bears first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw him through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. He'll try and run it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now this throw caught left side. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 24-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Sliding out of the pocket. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Levante David gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. From the gun, it's Brady. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
On the coverage.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Bears will add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field.
Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple.
To Ronald Jones.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
4-yard line.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Watch the slants. Watch the slants.
Brady to throw for it on fourth down. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. They'll roll him out right. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. Back to throw. Flushed out right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
It's third down and goal.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory Not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
Now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Check 59, 59. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Check 59.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
Why are we doing this?
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
First down.
They gonna need some therapy after this.
Mike, check, 59.
On 1st down, Brady. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
At the 47-yard line.
59, Mike the 59. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
One final try now for Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Tampa.